In this K-drama, a national track star falls in love with the only woman who truly understands him. This is Run On. Meet Qi Shan-jian, fast on the field, slow with emotions. The guy's born into power. His dad's a politician. His mom's an A-list actress once called the nation's first love. Everyone knows his name. He attends a film festival with his mom. Fans screaming. He stands calmly, used to the chaos. That's when she shows up. Wei Zhu, a film translator who's never missed a premiere. She's there to see the famous actress, but ends up locking eyes with the son instead. To get close to her idol, Wei Zhu even ditched her best friend. She took out her phone to film the actress and complimented her skin, saying it was as smooth as milk, which caught the actress's attention. Meanwhile, Shan-jian gathered with his teammates nearby. One of the younger athletes appeared timid and constantly bullied. The seniors demanded that the junior treat them. And although the junior smiled obediently, she could only promise to buy them drinks next time. Shan-jian appeared and offered to take the junior to the movies instead. One teammate with a buzz cut accused him of showing off. After watching the movie, the female lead's best friend happened to spot Wei Zhu's name in the ending credits. It turns out that Wei Zhu was the translator of the film. Wei Zhu was looking at the photo her friend took, when suddenly, the film's director came over and criticized her, claiming her translation was inaccurate. Wei Zhu retorted directly, and the tension between them was thick. Her best friend received an urgent call and couldn't attend the post-film party with her. At the celebration, everyone kept praising the director's film endlessly. The director even invited his former college professor, Professor Huang. After drinking too much, the professor began to ramble non-stop. The students just sat quietly, listening out of boredom, until Wei Zhu muttered under her breath, "I just want to go home." Professor Huang heard her and angrily ordered her to pour him more wine. Wei Zhu replied, "Professor, you can barely stand." Furious, he splashed wine right onto her face, mocking her for thinking too highly of herself just because she was pretty, and saying she looked down on everyone there. But Wei Zhu wasn't someone to be bullied. She calmly poured a glass of water over her own head, washing away the wine, then told the professor to apologize. Her mouth fired words like a machine gun, accusing him of using sexist remarks to humiliate her. Unexpectedly, the professor argued back viciously, claiming she had insulted him by saying he couldn't stand up. The entire room fell into awkward silence. After leaving the hotel, she accidentally bumped into Shan-jian. Her gun-shaped lighter dropped to the ground, catching his attention. Just then, her ex-boyfriend came running after her to apologize. Shan-jian, seeing him pulling on Wei Zhu's arm, pointed the gun-shaped lighter at the man, and told him to stop forcing her, suggesting they talk calmly instead. His strange behavior made both of them think he was a lunatic. And just as they argued, fireworks exploded in the sky, startling Wei Zhu's ex so much that he ducked down, giving Wei Zhu the chance to escape. Her gun-shaped lighter was left behind in Shan-jian's hand. The next day, Wei Zhu, who had offended Professor Huang, discovered that her interpreting job for the movie seminar had been canceled. Helpless, she brought a freshly cleaned wig as a peace offering to visit the professor and apologize. She even tried to flatter him, saying that his understanding of film wasn't as profound as hers. Then she added bluntly, "Professor, don't feel inferior just because you're bald." These words, of course, only added fuel to the fire. The professor grew even angrier. Meanwhile, at the athlete village's training ground, Shan-jian was sweating heavily during practice. Later, in the locker room, his teammates mocked him, saying that refusing interviews was just his way of pretending to be humble and noble. In truth, Shan-jian's track team wasn't among the top ranks, and he knew that the media only paid attention to him because of his famous family background. As the sun set, the timid junior who had been bullied came to talk to Shan-jian, thanking him for inviting her to watch the movie and offering to buy him a drink. Soon after, Shan-jian discovered that the junior's body was covered with bruises from beatings. He quickly realized she had been bullied by her own teammates. But the timid junior insisted that those two were only teaching her the rules, not really bullying her. Shan-jian became furious, scolding her for being too tolerant, and told her to take photos of the injuries and get a medical certificate as evidence, just in case. At the same time, Wei Zhu, accompanied by her best friend, went to find Professor Huang again. With the help of a senior contact, they managed to enter his home. Miju's best friend boldly confronted the professor, saying that he had taught her nothing worth respecting, which made him so angry his face turned red. Miju quickly tried to smooth things over, apologizing humbly and asking to get her interpreting job back. By coincidence, at that moment, the professor's acquaintance, Assemblyman Qi Shan-jian, mentioned that he was looking for a translator to accompany his son, Shan-jian, who was a national athlete. He even emphasized that the interpreter should come from a poor family, so they'd be easier to control. Professor Huang thought Miju fit the criteria perfectly, and just like that, the job fell into Miju's lap. Even though the professor deducted part of her pay, she was still willing to participate, even without payment. At an internet cafe, Miju was playing a shooting game energetically. When she learned that a gamer friend was selling her dream replica gun, she immediately agreed to meet up for a cash trade. But when they met, the so-called gamer snatched her money, grabbed the gun, pushed Miju to the ground, and ran away. Miju got up and chased after him. At that moment, Shan-jian happened to be on the phone with his agent, Kdrama, arranging a meeting. He noticed Miju sprinting past him, looking furious and desperate. He stared for a moment, slightly mesmerized, then suddenly grabbed a nearby busker's microphone stand, took aim, and threw it like a javelin straight at the scammer's head. Perfect hit. The thief collapsed. Miju rushed forward to pick up her fake gun and quickly called the police. The onlookers thought she was holding a real gun. Even the busker freaked out. When the police arrived, they surrounded her cautiously. Having no other choice, Miju grabbed Shan-jian by the arm and insisted he come with her to the police station to testify. After the questioning, Miju thanked him for his help and offered to buy him dinner. Shan-jian told her to give him her number instead, saying, "I'll call you when I'm hungry." Then she asked curiously, "Why did you help me twice?" Shan-jian replied calmly, "It's the same reason you collect fake guns. There's no reason." Not long after, Miju received a call from her manager, Kdrama, who told her to come meet the athlete she would be interpreting for. On her way there, she saw a massive billboard of Shan-jian and sighed regretfully, saying, "He's a star. That means he's not for sale." When they finally met, Dana made it clear that Miju was assigned to her athlete, not personally chosen. Miju explained that she was only following orders from above, not trying to interfere. Dana didn't like her attitude and decided to fire her on the spot. Miju immediately changed her tone, switching from defensive to flattering in an instant, which amused Dana. From their conversation, Dana realized Miju wasn't someone who easily obeyed authority, so she decided to keep her on the job. Just then, Shan-jian appeared, and fate struck again. It was their fourth meeting. He reminded her, first at the film festival, then at the movie theater, then at the police station, and now here. Miju formally introduced herself, stretching out her hand. "I'm your interpreter. Please take care of me." But Shan-jian didn't follow the usual etiquette. Instead, he made his hand into a gun shape, pointed it at her, and said, "Bang. I'm Qi Shan-jian." Miju froze, her smile awkward. Miju was worried that Dana would find out she and Shan-jian had previously gone to the police station together. So to protect her job, she quickly slipped away. Not long after, Dana pulled out a newspaper and questioned Shan-jian about the rumors linking him to actress Choi, even though the two had only filmed a photo shoot together a few days earlier. Shan-jian calmly replied that he barely knew her. He explained that their meeting had been purely coincidental, and that the only interaction they had was when she hit him for not recognizing her. He even showed the bruises to prove it. After that conversation, Shan-jian ran into Miju again. Miju demanded that he return her gun-shaped lighter, but he told her it was still at the athlete village and he'd have to bring it next time. Strangely, when Miju worried about the awkwardness of standing in front of his poster to talk, Shan-jian just stared at the poster with a blank face and said, "This is actually my first time seeing the finished photo. I never look back at pictures after taking them." To keep him quiet about their trip to the police station, Miju tried to distract him by complaining about the actress in his dating rumor, saying that she had publicly denied the scandal by throwing dirt on his name. But Shan-jian reacted indifferently. He said he was used to being attacked by others and didn't care what people said. Miju, however, was furious on his behalf, and that feeling of someone defending him for once was completely new to Shan-jian. Later, they arranged another meeting. Miju's best friend saw how happy she looked and teased that she must have met a new guy. She even used Miju's ex as a bad example to remind her not to fall for the wrong person again. Then, she showed Miju a photo from the film festival, the one where Sun-jiam and his mother were together on the red carpet. From her friend's explanation, Miju finally realized that Sun-jiam's parents were both celebrities. A famous actress mother, a powerful father, and a golf champion sister. Compared to such a high-achieving family, Sun-jiam seemed like an outsider, someone out of place in his own home. He always finished second in sports, and in that so-called perfect household, he was the only one who didn't fit the mold. That night, in the athlete village, heavy rain poured down. The timid junior was once again bullied by the buzz-cut teammate and his gang. They made her hold up a stick during the beating. If she dropped it, they'd hit harder. When the frightened junior accidentally struck the buzzcut's face with the stick, she immediately begged for mercy. But he responded with even greater violence. His anger wasn't about her mistake, it was about Sun-jiam. He hated that Sun-jiam had a background powerful enough to get away with anything. So he took it out on someone weaker. The terrified junior finally snapped. Through tears, she admitted that every time Sun-jiam's running performance improved, the bullies punished her more, as if hurting her would bring Sun-jiam down. Enraged, Sun-jiam confronted the buzz-cut athlete and beat him up. Then, he confessed to the coach, taking all the blame himself, hoping to prove that punishment should apply equally, even to those with privilege. But the coach wasn't interested in justice. He only wanted to protect his connections. After all, the buzz-cut athlete was the coach's own protege, and Sun-jiam's father was a man of power. Elsewhere, Dana visited a cafe and saw a painting that matched her strange, offbeat taste. Even though the wet paint smudged her sleeve, she didn't mind. She liked it so much that she bought it for double the price. It turned out the artist was Li Yonghua, a bright and quirky art student who also happened to know Miju. When Yonghua learned that his painting had been bought by someone who actually appreciated it, he was overjoyed. Back in the office, Dana noticed that Sun-jiam had come in with a bruised face. He told her it was because he had fought to avenge his bullied junior. Dana found it funny. To her, revenge only existed in dramas, not in real life. But Sun-jiam wasn't joking. He said firmly that he would take full responsibility for the damage, including any penalties for broken contracts or canceled advertisements. Dana, being a shrewd manager, decided to spin the story differently. She planned to frame Sun-jiam as a righteous hero who fought for justice, so that the sponsors would actually like him more. Sun-jiam, however, argued that would be false advertising. Dana ignored him and said the photo shoot schedule would continue as planned. After a workout at the gym, Sun-jiam realized he had forgotten his appointment with Miju. She had sent him several messages, and he sighed, "I'm doomed." Meanwhile, Miju walked alone, frustrated but trying to calm herself down. She told herself to be patient. It wasn't a date anyway. She put on her earphones and let music drown out her irritation. Then, in the distance, she saw Sun-jiam sprinting toward her. The scene looked almost dreamlike until he ran straight past her. Luckily, after a quick phone call, he found her again. He apologized, saying he had mixed up the time, and Miju smiled generously, forgiving him. She even joked, "Thanks to your mistake, I got to watch a free running show." Originally, Miju wanted to practice interpretation with him, but he wasn't in the mood to work, so she suggested they watch a movie instead, one that she had helped translate. Inside the dark theater, Miju confessed that she liked cinemas because darkness made her feel safe. Sun-jiam said he actually found them scary. Miju comforted him softly, "Don't worry. From now on, we'll stay in the dark together." When the movie ended, Miju waited until the final credits rolled, just to see her name appear. Sun-jiam frowned. "But you weren't in the movie." She explained, "I'm the translator. My name only shows up in the subtitles at the very end." Sun-jiam nodded in realization. Then he suggested, "Let's go for a drink." Miju teased him. "Do you know what it's called when you drink after watching a movie?" He guessed, "A date." She smiled brightly. "No, a celebration party." At the bar, Miju talked about her passion for translating. She said that when she saw a subtitle she had written appear on screen, she felt deeply satisfied, like she had become a wealthy person in spirit. As she spoke, the two leaned closer together, their breathing mingling, the air charged with quiet emotion. Miju's eyes were full of tenderness, but Sun-jiam resisted the urge to cross that invisible line. After she left, he sat alone on the steps, lost in thought. To his surprise, Wei Zhu returned, saying she felt guilty for leaving him behind. Her return made him smile for the first time in a long while. He suddenly asked her, "What's your favorite movie quote?" Wei Zhu answered, "We fall so we can learn how to get back up." Hearing that, Shan-jian stood up and took her hand, helping her rise from the steps.